The most important key to changing your life, whether it's your business, your family, your body, or your emotions, is energy. Low energy brings weak results. It doesn't matter how smart you are. If your energy is low, you can't move forward fast. Now, high energy doesn't always guarantee success either. You can still make mistakes with high energy. But here's the truth, if you're doing the wrong thing with energy, at least you'll find out quickly. You'll fail fast, and you can fix it fast. That's a win. Now imagine this. You hear someone introduce me like this. Here he is. The author of Unlimited Power and Life Force, the one and only Tony Robbins. And I walk out slowly, head down, dragging my feet. Do you feel excited? Of course not. You'd be confused. But what if I walked in with power, clapping, smiling, ready to give? You'd feel the shift in the room. Because energy speaks louder than words. Let me show you how energy works with something simple, love. Picture two people. They're deeply in love. They feel passion for each other, and they're both in a great mood, full of life and energy. What kind of relationship will they have? Yes, you're right, it will be amazing. Now take the same two people. They still love each other deeply. But now, they're tired. They're stressed by money. They watch the news. They're overwhelmed. Their energy drops. Now ask yourself again, will that love feel amazing? No. Love is not enough if there's no energy to fuel it. When you first fell in love, remember how good it felt. The world felt perfect. Nothing bothered you. Even taking out the trash felt fun. Baby, can you take the trash out? Of course. Want me to do the dishes too? But what happens later? Maybe after 7 days, or 7 months, or 7 years. They say, can you take out the trash? You say, what do I look like, your janitor? The passion fades. Not because the love is gone, but because the energy is gone. Energy is the foundation. Your mental, emotional, and physical energy is the base of everything good in life. And yes, we all face pain. We all deal with problems. We all feel disappointed sometimes. But the energy you bring determines what happens next. Low energy equals sadness, depression, giving up. High energy equals solutions, action, change. That's why we need to build inner strength. There are muscles in the body. But there are also muscles in the soul. The strongest muscles on earth are not just physical, they are spiritual muscles. I'm talking about courage, faith, love, determination, patience, gratitude. You can't see them, but they shape your world. Let me ask you, can you see gravity? No. But it affects you every day. Can you see electricity? No. But without it, your whole life shuts down. Same with love. Same with fear. These invisible forces control how we live. If you don't manage these inner forces, they will manage you. If you can take control of how you feel, you can change your life. Control your mind. Control your heart. And everything else will follow. But you can't do that with low energy. To make a real change, you need the fuel, you need energy. Let me ask you, have you ever woken up and thought, I don't even want to see people today? I'm too tired for this. We've all had days like that. And maybe you pretend. You smile, say hi, try to fake it. But people can tell when your energy is fake. You can't fool people. You can't even fool yourself. So you need real energy. Not fake. Real one. But where do we get it? Most people think energy comes from food. Let me test that. Think of a holiday like Christmas, Easter, Thanksgiving, where you ate a lot with your family. Do you remember how full you were? You sat back and said, I'll never eat again. And then someone said, pumpkin pie? And you said, okay, just a little slice. And after all that food, did you feel like jumping up, going for a run? No. You felt like taking a nap. So food is not the source of energy. It's a source, but not the source. Okay, what about sleep? Sure, sleep helps. But have you ever had 8 hours of sleep and still felt tired? Have you ever had no sleep and suddenly got exciting news or a scary moment and bam, you're wide awake? Energy isn't just from sleep either. So what is it from? Energy is a habit. You can train your body to have more of it. When something excites you, you jump up. You feel alive. You don't need coffee. You don't need food. You feel energy in your whole body. That's proof your energy is not physical alone. It's emotional. It's mental. It's spiritual. Let me teach you something powerful. Your body affects how you feel. And how you feel affects how you act. That's why we need to train our energy. Let's talk about posture. If someone is depressed, how do they stand? Shoulders down. Head low. Small breath. They speak slow. They move less. You know what that looks like because we've all been there. Now imagine someone standing tall, breathing deeply, chest out. They talk faster. They move with power. That body creates a different emotion. That emotion creates a different result. Try this. Stand up tall. Put your hands on your hips. Breathe deeply. Smile big. That's your Superman or Wonder Woman pose. Hold that for 2 minutes. Science shows your confidence hormone, testosterone, goes up by 20%. Your stress hormone, cortisol, drops by 25%. You're 33% more likely to take action. Just from how you stand. Imagine what happens when you add movement, music, and emotion. There is something powerful inside you. Not your looks. Not your money. Not your past. It's your energy. That's the real you, the part that dreams, that loves, that fights for more. Too many people forget who they are. They let the world make them small. They stop chasing goals. They stop believing. They stop feeling. But not you. You're here. You're watching this because deep down, you know, you were born for more. Life is not what happens to you. It's how you show up. Two people can face the same problem. One gives up. The other grows stronger. What's the difference? Energy. Energy gives you options. It gives you clarity. It helps you think, move, speak, and act with power. No energy equals no action. No action equals no change. No change equals same life. You don't need more time, you need more energy. People say, I just don't have time. No, what you don't have is energy. Because when you have energy, you find time. You make time. Have you ever noticed how when you're excited, time flies? You get things done fast. You smile more. You connect better. That's not time. That's your state. Your state controls your speed, your focus, and your results. So don't focus on the clock. Focus on your energy level. You were born with fire. But if you don't feed it, it goes out. Every time you stay in fear, the fire dims. Every time you complain, the flame weakens. Every time you do nothing, the spark fades. But every time you move, it grows. Every time you speak life, it burns brighter. Every time you act with love, courage, or gratitude, that fire roars. So what will you feed? Fear or fire? If you want a better life, don't wait. Create rituals. Rituals build strength. Strength builds energy. Energy builds momentum. Start your morning with 10 deep breaths, 2 minutes of movement. 3 things you're grateful for. 1 bold statement: today, I decide to win. That's it. Start small, but be consistent. Little shifts become big change. Stop waiting to feel good. Most people wait. They wait to feel confident. They wait to feel ready. They wait for perfect timing. That's a trap. If you wait to feel energy, you'll wait forever. Winners don't wait for the right feeling, they create it. They decide to move. They decide to smile. They decide to push forward. Then the feeling follows. Motion first. Emotion second. You want to love others? Start by loving yourself. You want to lift others? First lift your own state. You can't pour from an empty cup. If you are tired, drained, angry, that's what people will feel around you. But if you're full of life, full of purpose, people want to be near you. They want to work with you. They want to love you. They want to grow with you. Energy is your gift. Give it. But first, build it. Great leaders don't just have great plans. They have great energy. They speak with fire. They move with certainty. They carry hope even in dark times. And that's what makes people follow them. You want to lead? Then master your state. Master your breath, your posture, your tone, your emotion. Because how you show up will teach others how to show up. Be the spark. Ever walked into a store and felt the mood was cold? No one smiles. No one talks. You want to leave. Then you walk into another place, music's playing, people are laughing, the energy is alive. What changed? Not the stuff. The energy. People don't follow information. They follow emotion. They follow feeling. They follow energy. So become someone who lights up the room, not because you're loud, but because you're alive. Problems don't break you, your state does. You don't need a perfect life. You need a powerful state. Because problems will come. That's life. You'll be hurt. You'll feel fear. You'll fail. You'll lose. You'll fall. But the problem isn't the pain, it's the state you stay in after the pain. Pain is part of life. But suffering is a choice. You suffer when you stay stuck. You suffer when you forget your power. Don't let a moment of pain become a lifetime of weakness. Feel it. Learn from it. Then move. Shift. Rise. Every single day, you are given a choice. A choice to rise or stay down. To lead or follow. To create or complain. To energize or drain. And here's the truth, doing nothing is also a choice. A choice that leads to regret. So don't say, I don't know what to do. Say, I'll figure it out. Don't say, I'm too tired. Say, I will create energy. Don't say one day. Say, day one. Because every moment is shaping who you are becoming. And you are becoming something right now. You say, I'll wake up early. Then the alarm rings. And you start negotiating, just 10 more minutes. You say, I'll start eating healthy. Then you see snacks. And you say, just one bite. You say, I'll start my business. Then you get scared. And you say, maybe next month. Stop doing that. You are training your brain that your words mean nothing. You are teaching yourself to break promises to yourself. Energy comes when your words have power. When your decisions stick. So when you decide, follow through. Especially when it's hard. Most people think the enemy is outside. It's not. The real battle is inside. It's the voice that says you're not good enough. It's the fear that whispers, what if you fail? It's the memory of past mistakes. It's the habit of giving up too soon. But here's the truth. That voice is not your truth. It's your test. And every time you ignore it, you grow stronger. Every time you move forward anyway, your spirit gets louder. Your belief gets clearer. Your energy gets bigger. You don't have to fight the world. Just win the war inside you. Fear is not your enemy. Fear is your compass. It points toward growth. It tells you where the edge is. And that's where life begins, at the edge. The goal isn't to kill fear. It's to walk with it. To say, I see you. But I'm going anyway. To say, you don't control me anymore. The moment you walk into fear, you find your next level. Courage isn't the absence of fear. Courage is feeling it, and doing it anyway. And courage gives you energy. Because nothing feels better than doing what you once thought was impossible. Let me ask you a simple question. If you keep living exactly like this, who will you become? If you keep moving the same way, speaking the same way, thinking the same way, using the same energy, where will you be in 1 year? In 5 years? Now imagine you changed your energy. Imagine you moved with purpose. Imagine you smiled more, gave more, loved more, lived more. What would your life look like then? That future is not fantasy. It's a choice. One decision. One shift. One action. That's how everything starts. When you're thankful, you are rich. Gratitude changes your energy instantly. You can't feel fear and gratitude at the same time. You can't feel anger and gratitude at the same time. You can't feel weak and grateful at the same time. Gratitude is your power switch. If you feel low, start there. Say thank you for one small thing. Then another. Then another. Watch your energy rise. Watch your mind clear. Watch your heart open again. Gratitude is free, but it makes you feel full. Sitting still too long makes your body stiff. Staying stuck too long makes your life slow. You don't need to run a marathon. You don't need a gym membership. Just move. Jump. Dance. Stretch. Walk. Breathe. 5 minutes of movement can change an entire day. Your body is made to move, and when it does, energy flows. When energy flows, you start to feel alive again. So move first, feel better after. Not the other way around. Stop making excuses. Excuses sound smart, but they steal your life. Every time you say, I'm too tired. Every time you say, it's not the right time. Every time you say, I don't feel like it. You give away your power. You trade progress for comfort. You trade growth for staying the same. Here's the truth. There's always going to be a reason to wait. And there's always going to be a reason to begin. You get to choose which one leads your life. You don't need anyone to save you. You don't need the perfect coach, or the perfect timing, or perfect conditions. You need one thing, a decision. A decision to show up for yourself. A decision to take the next step, even if it's small. A decision to own your energy and use it for good. Nobody else can live your life. Nobody else can build your dream. It's on you. And that's not a burden, that's a gift. Because if it's on you, you can change it all. People go to the gym to build their bodies. They lift weights to grow strong. But the most powerful muscles are the ones no one sees. Courage, faith, discipline, gratitude, joy, focus, kindness, resilience. Those muscles protect your peace. They fuel your future. They carry you when life gets heavy. And just like physical muscles, you must train them. Not once. Not twice. Every day. Push yourself to smile when you're tired. To speak kindly when you're angry. To move forward when you feel stuck. That's training. That's power. When you have a reason, you rise. Purpose gives pain meaning. Purpose turns pressure into power. When you know why you're doing something, it's easier to suffer through the hard part. A mother wakes up at 3 a.m. not because she feels like it, but because her child needs her. A leader keeps going not because it's easy, but because their team is watching. A dreamer keeps building, even when nobody claps, because their vision won't let them quit. Purpose is energy. And you must remind yourself daily why you started. Existing is easy. You wake up. You eat. You work. You sleep. You repeat. But deep down, your soul knows there's more. More love. More laughter. More freedom. More impact. Life isn't supposed to feel like a prison. It's supposed to feel like a gift. So stop just going through the motions. Start living on purpose. Start showing up with heart. Even if your past was full of pain, your future is still open. Even if you've made mistakes, you can choose again. And it all begins with one thing: energy. You are strong. But you don't have to carry it all alone. Find people who lift you. People who bring light into the room. People who speak life when you're tired. Protect your circle. Because energy is contagious. Hang around fire and you'll catch fire. Hang around fear and you'll feel small. And be that light for others too. You never know who needs your smile. You never know who's watching you get back up. You never know how your energy might save someone's day. You don't have to figure out the whole path. You just have to take the next step. Small steps still move you forward. Small choices still build big results. Drink the water. Take the walk. Do the push-ups. Say the prayer. Write the plan. Send the message. Speak the truth. Do something today your future self will thank you for. Do it with full heart. Do it with real energy. And then do it again tomorrow. You've been through things others don't know about. You've survived moments you thought would break you. You felt lost, afraid, tired, confused, and you're still here. That means something. That means strength lives in you. And now it's time to stop just surviving. It's time to thrive. To show the world and yourself what you're truly made of. No more hiding. No more doubting. No more waiting. The best version of you is not in the past. It's not in some perfect future. It's here. It's now. And it begins with energy. So what do you do from here? You decide. You decide that you will no longer live with low energy. You decide that you will stop giving in to fear. You decide that your body, your mind, your emotions, they all belong to you. You choose to move with purpose. To speak with truth. To breathe with intention. To love with power. To live with fire. This is your time. And nothing, no mistake, no fear, no failure can stop the person who chooses to own their energy. This is the moment. Not tomorrow. Not next month. Not someday. But now. Because every second you wait, the dream fades a little more. The fire cools. The strength sleeps. The opportunity passes. You are not here to waste your life. You are not here just to scroll, complain, compare, or survive. You are here to feel. To grow. To create. To love. To live with fire in your eyes and purpose in your heart. This is your wake-up call. And it's loud on purpose. You already know it. Deep inside, something in you is screaming. This can't be all there is. There has to be more. I'm meant for something bigger. And you're right. But something has to change. Your mindset. Your patterns. Your morning routine. Your posture. Your breath. Your beliefs. Your standards. Your state. Change even one of those, and your life starts to shift. Change many, and you become unstoppable. Stop waiting for perfect timing. It's never coming. Someday is a lie we tell ourselves to stay comfortable. Someday becomes next year. Next year becomes never. And never becomes regret. The most painful words you can ever say are, I could have. I should have. What if I had just? Don't let that be your story. Let today be the day you stop saying I will. And start saying I am. You don't have to be the best. You don't have to have all the answers. You don't need anyone's permission. You just need to show up. Every day. With your full heart. With energy. Even when you're tired. Even when it's slow. Even when it's not easy. Because if you keep showing up, you cannot lose. Your momentum will build. Your fire will grow. And one day, you'll look back and say, I did that. I made it. I became the person I was always meant to be. You were not born weak. You were not born average. You were not born to live small. You were born with a fire inside you. Maybe it's been dim. Maybe life has poured water on it. Maybe you've forgotten how bright you can shine. But that fire is not gone. It's waiting. Waiting for you to take a deep breath. To stand tall. To say, this is my time. You're not behind. You're not broken. You're just one decision away from everything you were born to be. And it starts now. So rise. Move. Speak. Love. Lead. Live. With all your energy. With all your power. With all your heart. Let the world feel you.
Please like and subscribe for more videos.